we're asking the president for him now to stand down in order to allow this facility to open up as a federal prison.
But that's the issue at hand, isn't it, Senator Kirk, that we haven't heard those words come out of the president's mouth guaranteeing
right.
it?
And that's where we have a strong bipartisan action. Both Senator Durbin and I have now urged the administration to provide the assurance that no Guantanamo Bay terrorist would come to Thomson. Then Congressman Schilling, Congressman Manzullo, and I would approach the key House appropriator, Congressman Frank Wolf of Virginia, who controls the key appropriations subcommittee, and we would urge him to lock those assurances into place and then appropriate the money so that the Bureau of Prisons would take control of this facility and run it as a prison.
Senator, I spoke to Congressman Wolf's office today and got statements saying that no matter what the president does or say about detainees, he refuses to give the idea.
You're talking to a staffer, not to the Congress.
I was talking to the chief of staff today who said that if the congressman was in his office, he would give him the phone and he would say the exact same thing.
I think we will work with him.
We're going to have to work with him. Yes. But it goes to show he is representative of the sentiment of the United States Congress and the American people, that there has to be locked in place, ironclad assurances that Gitmo will not be closed before this facility will ever open as a federal prison, period. So that's the work that has to be done. This is the president's home state. I mean, you have to take a look at what has the president of the United States done for the people of his home state. And if the president stands down on his position on Gitmo, which he should, because the American people are opposed to closing it, the incredible economic development. I mean, poverty out here, you're looking at 25% unemployment. You're looking at Carroll County that's lost people. I mean, this is indicative of many places in rural America where people are begging for any opportunity to provide jobs so the kids don't have to leave town and have a place to work when they graduate from high school.
But if Congressman Wolf doesn't back down, is there still a chance?
He's only one congressman. I think I would predict that Congressman Roscom, who is the chief deputy whip, being from Illinois, would also support the overwhelming Illinois position now. We now have a unique bipartisan space of near unanimous agreement, and so assuming that we receive those assurances, and I think Senator Durbin and the governor will receive those assurances from the White House, we'll lock this into place. This is in the national interest to run a federal prison here. Our federal prison system with over 200,000 inmates is 30% overcrowded.
50%.
But we have
maximum,
we have a state-of-the-art maximum security facility that is already built and ready to run. And so it's very much in the interest of the federal government to operate this site as a federal prison. And all indications are we now have bipartisan agreement as to how to do that.
Is the assurance what's keeping the sale from going through?
It is. I think the assurance needs to be received so that the appropriations goes through. I think it's clear that the House of Representatives would in no way, and the House of Representatives has to start the appropriations process. They would not approve this but for those assurances. But I think we're about to receive those assurances.
A lot of people in town who've seen this, go back and forth for years and years just don't have a lot of faith in it actually ever happening. What do they need to know from you guys in terms of?
I would say the unique thing is you have Senator Durbin and Senator Kirk, Republican and Democrat, both pulling together. Congressman Manzullo and Congressman Schilling now supporting a common Illinois position on moving forward. This is unique. We had not had bipartisan agreement, and now we do.
Can we get the same question from you two? I would imagine a lot of people are disappointed that this hasn't gone through sooner. Some promises were made on the part of Governor Quinn and the federal government that fell through. What do you say to them? We've been waiting around for over a year for this now.
People have been waiting for 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
The people of this area went through a very heart-wrenching process, even making the determination on whether or not to bring in a maximum security prison. The city is indebted on a bonding issue for wastewater treatment. And what we're saying is that this is the first time in this entire process that the principles are in line on exactly what it has to do. The next card that has to be played is with the President of the United States, recognizing the bipartisan effort here, the massive unemployment and poverty in this area here, and recognizing the overwhelming sentiment of the American Congress and the American people that Gitmo should not be closed, and those prisoners should stay there and not be moved here. That's what's changed in the past several months.